Hello, everybody. Let us talk about the Milwaukee Brewers 2020 season preview. But before I do any of that, let's start off with how they did last year. Last year, they finished 89 and 73. Really good record. 15 games above 500, second in the NL Central to the St. Louis Cardinals. They lost in the wild card to the Washington Nationals. What ended up happening in that game, Soto hit a little hopper to Grisham, and he overran the route, and ball ran by him, and they lost the game. That's an oversimplification, but enough talking about last year. That's in the review window. Let's talk about this year, upcoming season. I think the goal for Brewers this year is, I think they got to make it. They got to make it to the playoffs and make it further in the playoffs. Because I believe 2018 they made it to the NLCS against the Dodgers. 2019 they lost in the wild card, so they have to make it further in the playoffs this year. They have to make it, then two make it further. Key additions they got. I mean, they had a lot of holes to fill in free agency because a lot of people left. So they picked up Ryan Healy from the Mariners. That's probably going to be their, I don't know, third 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 baseman in their depth chart, and he can play a little bit of first, so he might split time at first. So not a bad move, more of a depth move, more of a bench management kind of move. They picked up Avisail Garcia, who's obviously going to start on this team. Great bat, had a pretty good year last year. He can hit the ball, and he can hit the ball hard. I mean, he's decently quick too, so he can get you some stolen bases. I mean, 282 batting average, that's above average. 322 on base, 796 OPS. So pretty good year with the White Sox last year. I believe with the White Sox last year, maybe Tampa Bay. Yeah, Tampa Bay last year. What else? What else you guys doing for agency? You picked up in that trade with the Padres. You picked up Luis Urias, the second baseman, and Eric Lauer, starting pitcher. I think Urias can be really good. He's just got to develop. He's really young. Just got to develop, and I don't think he's gonna play right now, unless Hurria gets hurt or falls off the face of the earth or something. But I think he's there more of a depth piece. Maybe throw him back in the minors. I don't think they will do that, but maybe they might throw him in the minors a little bit. And then the other part of that trade was Eric Lauer, not a good starting pitcher at least at the moment. Last year was not good for Lauer. 8-10, a 4.45 ERA in 29 games started. A 1.4 WHIP, so that's a little high, but not a good, not a good year from Lauer. Maybe he can turn it around, but he's probably going to be the number 5 starter on this rotation because a lot of starters left last year in free agency. You guys also picked up Omar Narvaez, pretty decent catcher. Because he's going to be he's the replacement for Yasmani Grandal. I mean, you still got him. You got him now, and you got Manny Pena. Narvaez hits for average about 270. He hit 278 last year, 22 homers and 55 ribbies. So he's got a little pop in his bat. He can give you about 15 homers a year probably. But that's it for additions, for big ones, for ones not like minor league moves or anything. Key losses. Now this is where it hits big. You guys lost Mike Moustakas to free agency, which completely sucks because now instead of Moustakas at third, you have Eric Sogard and Jed Jerko at third. Sogard had a good year last year, but you're still missing production. You lost Travis Shaw, another third baseman who could play around the field. I believe he played a little bit of second last year. I believe he was the second baseman last year because Moustakas was playing third. You guys lost Yasmani Grandal, which hurts because he's really good defensively and has power in his bat. So that hurts a lot. Middle of the order power bat too to protect Yelich. Same with Moustakas. Now here's the pitching. You guys lost Gio Gonzalez to the free agency, which kind of sucks because your rotation isn't. It's pretty thin as it is now. And then you have um, then you have what am I trying to think of? You also got rid of you also lost three Pomeranz to free agency, which number 5 starter mostly bullpen in this time with the Brewers, but a decent pitcher, pretty good pitcher, I'd say. Stuff to look for this year. I think obviously an MVP year from Yelich. He's he's gonna bat close to 300, over probably 300, probably maybe 310 if he can get it. Shit, he batted 329 last year. Yeah, he'll definitely hit over 300 this year. And I mean, 44 homers, 97 ribbies. I mean, this guy's a freaking monster in Milwaukee. And I mean, he's going to be a front runner for MVP. I think the second thing is the starting rotation going to hold up? I mentioned it earlier. Yeah, Brandon Woodruff's your number 1. Adrian Hauser's your 2. Brett Anderson, Lynn Blom, and Eric Lauer is your 3, 4, and 5. Anderson's a veteran. He'll eat up innings. Lindblom and Lauer, especially Lauer, I don't think are great. Lauer on the more below average to failing as of right now in his career. He's not a good pitcher. So that rotation is going to be rough. That's the thing. Brewers are going to have to look for in trades, maybe in free agency throughout the year. Are ways to improve that starting rotation. I think players to look for, like I mentioned, Avisail Garcia, I think is going to have a good year in Milwaukee, in his first year in Milwaukee. That transition from AL to NL is going to be, we'll see how he handles that. I think Luis Urias might have to be watched out for if he plays in the majors at all this year. I think he's a nice, decent bat that hits left that I think will be pretty good. And I think the load management for Josh Hader, because if you look at that bullpen, you got Josh Hader, Knable, I think that's how you say it, probably not. Alex Claudio, who you guys picked up in free agency. Freddie Peralta, Brand Suter, and that's kind of it. Hader's obviously your number 1. So, how are you going to... You can't throw him... You can't have him pitch like it's the 80s where your closers pitch 2-3 innings. You have to work his management, because last season, he would get exposed. He'd be tired and he'd give up 4 or 5 runs an inning in his outing, and that's not good. You kind of want to save him for the big moments and when you absolutely need them. And I think my guess for Milwaukee is they make the playoffs. How is the tough part? Because you still got St. Louis, you got Chicago, and you got the Reds, who are looking really good this year. And Milwaukee, if anything, probably downgraded a little bit. So if they make the playoffs, I would not be surprised if they made the playoffs through the wild card like they did last year, because they didn't win the division. So I would not be surprised if Milwaukee sneaks their way into the playoffs via the wild card. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Comment down below what you guys think about Milwaukee. Do you think they're going to win the division? Do you think they're going to make it to the wild card? Do you think they're going to miss the playoffs entirely? Let me know. Also, like the video, that'd be awesome. Subscribe down below, that'd be greatly appreciated. Share this video with all your friends and buddies, and I will see you guys in the next video.